Good Friday evening. How is everybody doing today? And better yet, sup ghosts? How are you? Do you have anything spooky planned for this Friday, for this Saturday? It is the season of the haunted hayride. How many of my friends and family out there love to go on a haunted hayride? I was just talking to my neighbor across the street. He's a retired corrections officer, and my man goes all out for Halloween. His house is beautiful. It's wonderfully decorated. And they go on all of these really cool haunted hayrides. They go to haunted houses. They do all these fun attractions. And unfortunately, or fortunately, my children are just a little too young, and they get afraid from like the little things like the scarecrows on like the baby ride. But how many of you enjoy going to a real, not a real haunted house, but the one where there are scary attractions and there is people jumping out at you and chainsaws and stabby things? Who's into this? What's up, Shay Smalls? How are you? It's nice to see you there today. My SGC, we are going to be doing tarot card readings, and we're going to get into it pretty soon. I'm waiting for a couple people to join in, and then we're going to roll. We're going to have some fun. So TJ says she loves them. She's in. She's in for the scariness. Bets, what's up? Nice to see you there. Trek says, me, but I laugh uncontrollably. That's me. That's how I deal with my nervousness. I just laugh. Is there any other way to deal with it? I don't think so. Nat says that they have a haunted corn maze where they live, and it's awesome. I don't like corn mazes. I'll be the first one to tell you that's one thing I don't like, because I always feel like I'm going to get lost. I have a terrible sense of direction. Don't tell anyone. It's just between us. And I don't know... I don't know how to get out of corn mazes. Little children, I have to be like, hey, show me how to get out of here. And they're really good at that. They're very instinctively good at getting out of the corn maze. I could get out of it, obviously, just by roning it and just plowing through it like a big... Pumbaa and Timon? Remember the big warthog from Lion King? That's me. Like, in any situation where I'm afraid, I'll knock all the corn down, and that's how I'm getting out of the maze. I don't know if I'd have a panic attack, but for certain I'm not getting stuck in the corn maze. And I don't want to ruin the fun for everybody else. If you're hanging out with me, please do me a favor. Likes, shares, and follows are very appreciated. If you're just joining in and you're not a part of the SGC, you're not a certified tag holder like my friends and family here posting, you can just purchase a subscription and get in on it. It gets you a month long of subscriber-only chats here on TikTok. Thanks to all of you amazing subscribers. TikTok has invited me to be a part of some really awesome programs that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but I will once they give me the go-ahead. So you have all done such a fantastic job at hyping me up that TikTok took notice, and they're bringing me into some special programs with some other creators. So thanks so much for that. It means the world, especially with what we do. And we, collectively, the people who are hanging out with us today, the 377 subscribers, you have shown that there is power in numbers and that we're in it together. So it's a lot of fun. Sherry, how are you? Nice to see you. Mystic is using my favorite emoji, my favorite custom emoji. She's using my drunk spirit from the unaired Local Spirits television show. I did with a couple friends, including Brian O'Halloran of Clerks. You may know him as Dante. I'm not supposed to be here today. He was a co-host on that. What's up, PNW? Pam, I like your dog avatar, mostly. So this is how we're... Sarah, what's up? How are you? This is how it's going to work. This dang tower keeps showing up. So, I have my tarot cards. They're ready. And I'm not going to do a bunch of incessant shoveling like I see other people do. Basically what's going to happen is I am going to try to get through as many of these as I can. And you are going to tell me briefly, like, I want to know about love, marriage, relationship. Am I going to buy a new house, car, moving, try to stay away from the health stuff. That can be a little tricky. I'll answer it if I can. And so on and so forth, those sorts of things. Okay? And I will go through this. I haven't done tarot card readings in a long time. And I really am looking forward to it tonight. I've been thinking about it all day. We're going to break the rust off the chain. So go ahead and I will attempt to try to get to all of you. Love. So Brian says, what about love? So here's a really interesting thing, Brian. as I'm looking at these, and I'll show you the cards as we go, we have the Two of Rods, and this gentleman has the world in his hand. So I see love behind you and love ahead of you. You have the world in your hand, so it means that you're taking control of things around you, which is really important. And pretty soon you're going to be getting back out into the world. Make sure you take the lessons that you learned forward into your next relationship and don't make any of the same mistakes, and also look for the same things, look for the patterns in the next person that maybe you didn't like in the person before or why it didn't work out, and recognize those so that you don't get stuck in something else that you don't want to be a part of. Always be very truthful and let them know who you are and why you're there, okay? And that's because of our King of Swords is like, make sure that you are just letting them know who you are, what your intentions are, and how you want things to be. As a male, as a man, it's really important for us to state our intentions quite up front. It's been my philosophy for a while. Of course, things are allowed to change and you can evolve, and that's the most important thing. But always let them know up front. When I met my current wife, I had just gotten a divorce not too long before that. And I said, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just got out of something. But anybody that I'm going to be spending time with, I'm not going to be playing any games. I'm serious about what I'm doing. So just think about that while you're getting into your next one. Okay, Brian? I hope that helps you. I hope that gives you some insight into what's coming for you. It is out there for you, and you will achieve happiness. But be very clear about your intentions. Okay? Awesome. I'm so happy you love it. So I am going to do my best to get to all of you. And if I answer you, please do me a favor and you can hang out. But just let me get at least everybody one question, as many as I can, okay? So let me see. Pam says retirement. So let's pull a couple. We'll do 3, okay? Because I want to try to get a full picture for as many people as possible. So Pam, I want you to feel confident in the fact that you know what you're doing. So if you feel that retirement is what you want to do next, do that. Feel confident. We have strength. We have confidence. We have a leader, somebody who has carved out their place in the world and they're ready to move on to the next thing. With that, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a really magical thing. It means that you can create what you want ahead of you, and you should be. So when you're done and you're retired from your career, make sure that you know that that's not the end of the road. There's going to be more things for you to do, and you're going to be able to have your choice of whatever it is that you want to do. And it doesn't have to be a practical thing that everybody else is doing. You could be doing something like this or something else that's more creative instead of run-of-the-mill cardboard box fitting in with everything. And this is going to bring a happiness to you. So we have the Ten of Cups, which is usually a family card. So I just want to let you know that I feel as though when this card comes out that stability in the family is still going to be a thing. Whether that's just you or your spouse or your family as a nuclear family or however that might mean to you, that things are going to stay stable and secure if you do retire because you got it. So be very confident in the fact that you can retire and be safe and well. Okay, Pam? What's up, Jeep Girl? How are you? It's nice to see you there. I see my friend Pam, I'm sorry, my friend Deb is asking about change in the environment. So I want to let you know, Deb, that you absolutely have the ability to change your environment. You are in absolute control, but this is what I'm going to tell you. A change of environment is not going to make a change in the issues that you're having. Whatever's going on in your life right now, the change in atmosphere or location isn't going to change what's happening in your life, okay? You're still going to bring that work with you, whatever that might be in your life, and you're still going to have to deal with it. So changing locations isn't necessarily going to take away your issues. So make sure that before you take on the burden of physically moving, that you've dealt with the issues at hand that are ahead of you, okay? If you do those things, then you will most certainly end up in a better spot, okay? And I just pulled another card off the top to make sure that I'm in the right direction. And look, it's another card where we see somebody depicted carrying. So the things that you're dealing with right now, you have to deal with. You can't move and expect them not the problems to come with you, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. And I, of course, have a little bit of insight in your life due to our previous reading about 2 weeks ago, right? So that may play a part in it, and it may not. But I need you to know that not everything is always a physical issue. Sometimes it's an emotional one that we have to deal with, or a spiritual one. Okay. I hope that helps you. And it's not this. It's not. It is okay to keep asking your question, Aaron. It's okay. So Jeep Girl, don't mute anybody. It's okay. Okay, Dev, I'm glad that makes sense for you. It's really important that everybody who's watching this knows, especially my subscribers who are commenting, that when I do these, I don't just like let it come out because of the cards. I'm connecting with you. I'm connecting with the energy. I'm connecting with the cards. I've read these cards so many times for so many different people that I understand what they mean. I get it at a very deep level. I don't even really have to know you that well for me to understand it, okay? It's okay, actually. You're allowed to keep asking. Okay. It's okay, Jeep Girl. I just wanted to let you know you don't have to mute anybody today. All is well here in the house of the ghosts. You're very welcome, Aaron. So, let me see. What kind of questions do we have up here? Well, so if you write family, let me know what you want in regards to that. Like, is my family going to be okay? Like, write a little sentence for me, okay? Because families are complicated, and you can't just like write the word family and get a decent kind of reading out of that, right? If I wrote family, it could mean a million things, because my parents is part of my family, my sisters, my wife, and my kids. It's all different. So user 179 Jaylyn says, Jaylene, will my family be close again after my mom passed? Yes. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I can see that just because of your question and the insightfulness of the card, we can see that there are a lot of issues that need to be taken care of. Everybody needs to stop pussyfooting around it, so to speak. I want you to know that the more direct approach you take, the better chance you're going to have at healing your family. Once that happens, there'll be new growth, new rebirth, and you guys will grow together as a family. You'll go from the split. We have the two swords, split, not knowing where we're going. And then after we confront each other and we have thank you for the origami. After we have a very nice conversation, we're going to be able to regrow as a family unit, and then we can work on it from there. And I'm going to tell you right now, your mom, although I'm not connecting with her in particular right at this moment, I'm going to tell you that that's what she's going to want. She's going to want you to reconnect as a family. Nobody leaves us and goes to the other side and likes to see a split or a divide in the family. Even if it was there, or they may have been a part of it beforehand, we stop speaking from ego and start speaking from spirit when we pass, and it's a different point of view. Okay, so I can tell you that that if you confront your issues with your family, that you will be able to reconcile, regrow, and then work on the relationships from there. Nothing is ever perfect, and I would never expect them to be, because, like I said, families are complicated. Just keep that in mind, okay? By the way, everybody, my name is Scott. I'm a medium and a psychic. Tonight we're doing tarot card readings for my subscribers. So if you'd like to become a subscriber, all you have to do is click in the comments, find the star, click, and subscribe. We have a goal of 400. I have to come up with a new goal, a new reward for hitting 400. But for now, we're doing readings every single day until Monday. Tomorrow, we're going to do readings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to switch it to a morning time for the other people who may not have been able to join. We'll do spirit-led. We might do some tarot mixed in. It depends. Okay? So everybody who's commenting, thank you so much. Make sure that you are tapping away. And I'm going to continue on here. And I see No Hex Appeal says, who has an orange tag there. She's been here with me a while. Marlena says, everything you told me months ago was accurate. Now wondering about my love life. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? So next, No Hex Appeal says, I just quit my job. What career can I be successful in? As I'm looking at the cards, I have the Ace of Swords. So this tells me that you are somebody who likes to do things on their own terms. You are very driven on your own principles. So this is something that I would say is along the route of your own business. So if there's something that you in particular like doing that you can generate an income from and you've been thinking about doing it, do it. And don't worry about the problems that are going to arise. All of your experience in the past leads up to you being able to conquer those problems that may arise from trying to set out on your own. And then the other thing is we have this card, which is really interesting, the Four of Pentacles, as we are talking about finances and a job. So the things that we love don't always make us money. Sometimes they bring us heartache that we may not be interested in having, but we love fulfillment, which this is part of. The wreath on the top is a laurel wreath and it's victory. So doing something for yourself could be a huge victory. So setting out on your own business venture could be exactly what you need. And the conquering of all those issues might be something that you're really going to enjoy doing. But then we have this right here, and this tells me that you need not worry about the money. The money will come, but if you worry too much about the money, about the financial half of it, you're not going to get where you want to be. This is speaking from experience as well. I've never set out on any venture I've ever done thinking about the money. It's always about what I can get out of it as an experience, or about what I can get out of it as fulfillment for myself and the people around me. The financial stuff always comes after, and it will work. So I hope that helps you out a little bit, No Hex Appeal. And thank you so much for being a long-time subscriber. I really appreciate it. And I hope that helps you. So if you're listening to this and you're not one of my SGCs, just know that if I'm giving a reading and it sounds like it... if it sounds like it's for you as well, that's okay. Tarot card readings can be that way. Oh, my buddy Sarah says, am I doomed to be single forever? No. And two, how is my head? If anybody can see, I have a little red mark here. Today, I about clean knocked myself out getting out of my car. Opened up my door in my driveway. I stepped out of my car. I walked into the tree branch that's right outside my car. It got in my face. I kind of freaked out, and I turned around really fast. And I hit my head on the door, on the open car door, and I about knocked myself down. Imagine Chris Farley in any movie he did in the 90s. That's pretty much what you got to see there. And I have a nice little red mark to prove it. It was a lot of fun. I am doing well. So let's see, Sarah. I know you're always looking for somebody to come through, and they haven't stepped through for you yet. So let's see what we can do about your love life. I pulled a couple cards for you. So this is what I'm going to tell you. One, you are a very strong personality. So we have our strength card. You're strong alone, but you're also a very strong personality. And it's very tough for some men to be able to accept who you are because you are such an individual. Now, that's not a negative thing. I'm an individual, to say the least. I drive my wife crazy all the time because I have my own ways. I'm set in the things that I do, and I am who I am. You need to find somebody who can accept that in you. And you can see that this woman is taming a lion, and behind the king, there's a lion. So your person is out there. You just need to, like I told the young man earlier, is set your intentions when you start a relationship or when you're meeting someone. Let them know who you are. And don't be afraid to say it, because a lot of men like the upfrontness. I know I do. If somebody tells me who they are, it's going to make me feel better, and it's going to make me feel better getting into a relationship. And I think I speak on behalf of many men, that is the way that it should be. So your gentleman is out there, okay? And then as you go, you're going to evolve into somebody who's learning about relationships, and how to be in one a little bit better. So you're not doomed. This is a really good card pull for relationships. So you're going to do well out there, Sarah. Okay? I hope that helps you. Katie says, may you be safe. Thank you. May I not be an idiot sometimes. That's what we're really got to worry about. For everybody watching, thanks so much. My name is Scott. I'm a medium and a psychic. Tonight we are doing tarot card pulls for the SGC. What's the SGC, Scott? It's the Sup Ghost Crew. That's my little catchphrase that I say for some reason. I don't know. It came out of my mouth a couple times and it stuck. So for anybody who's a subscriber here on TikTok, you get to comment and I will read your comments and do a reading for you. Tomorrow morning, I will be doing a reading at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be right back here at my desk doing more readings. Maybe some mediumship, maybe some tarot card. Who knows? It's a lot of fun. Cheap Girl Iris says, she's one of my moderators and she does a fantastic job. of everything. She really keeps people in line. So for you, for your career, Jeep Girl, we have a Queen of Rods, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Rods. So this is what I'm going to tell you about your career. The next step in your path is going to be something that is very comfortable and familiar to you. You're going to feel like you are in place. And when you go and get into that space, people are going to come with you with expectations of you being able to handle more work. And this is going to be something that you are very comfortable in doing. You're going to enjoy it and find fulfillment in it. And dare I say, I don't know what your relationship status is, but it feels like there may be something new that starts on the end of that makes you feel really good. So somebody who's going to settle in, who's going to feel very comfortable in the next step, somebody who's given more responsibility because of their leadership abilities, and then being recognized for it, and some sort of new relationship forming from that. Okay? So keep an eye out for that. So it kind of ties in. You know, it's interesting when one part of your life works out really well, that the next part does as well. Yeah, single as a Pringle is pretty funny. Sandra Martin says, do I have abilities? Hi, Melissa. Well, that's interesting, Sandra. Let me answer. I will answer that question for anybody who asks that tonight. Because I can see here. So where'd we go? I didn't see Katie's, so I will get to her as soon as I see her comment again. Sandra says, do I have ability? So this is interesting because I like to call this my coven card. It may not be traditionally what it means in tarot card readings, and it's not, but when I see this, I always think about witches gathering. So people who do have spiritual abilities. So yes. But then on top of that comes my Knight of Pentacles, and I always like to say that he's done a lot of hard work. He's got something, but he still needs to do more work. So if you think that you have some spiritual abilities, it's time for you to head into them and put in more work. And coming from somebody who has to do this all the time in order to stay on top of what he's doing and move forward, this is important. And then the third part of it is we have our angel, and it's temperance. Everything in moderation. So as you're moving forward, go at your own pace. Don't push yourself too hard. Be comfortable at every level that you're at, and open your gift up a little by little. Okay? So yes, you do have some spiritual gifts, and you need to work on them. You may already have some natural abilities, but now it's time to dig in and really push them to the next level. But do it at a pace that is comfortable for you. Okay, so. Oh, Katie Motz, you're deploying? Thank you so much for your service. Are you going to be okay? Absolutely. All right, so as somebody who has been deployed a couple times, I know that there's a lot of strain that comes on with that, personally, financially, with your family. And that is this. This is the rods. They're lining up. These are your tasks ahead of you. But here's the good news. You are ready to take on those tasks. You can carry the load, and you're going to be just fine. The things that you've learned in your career so far will carry you through. I know you're wondering if there's anything to worry about, if there's any looming issues of things that come along with deployment sometimes. There's not. You're going to be just fine. We have the star. You are going to be well guided by your guides on the other side, your family members and your loved ones. You are going to go out, and you're going to return to us here safely, and you're going to be just fine, okay? So Katie Motz, let's everybody give some taps for Katie and say thank you to her for her service. It is absolutely an honor to have our military, first responders, nurses, and everybody here with us. That's a huge part of this community, and I love having you all here. Give her one. Celtic Blue says, today I wrote it Celtic Blue. Maybe it could be Celtic Blue. Let's face it, I have a billion questions. Just tell me what I need to know. Okay. Woo! Major Arcana up in here. All right. We have the Empress. We have the Sun. And we have the Six of Pentacles for you. So, for your billion questions, you have the answers to all of your questions. The Empress does not worry about anything. She's in charge, and she's very deeply connected to the spiritual realm. And this is with you. This is in line. You're very nurturing. You're very caring. And when you need help, you can simply ask for it. The people around you are willing to support you. You just need to ask. So don't be stubborn to ask if you have been. That million questions, put them away. Don't worry about a thing. You're going to be carried on just fine. And life is going to be in perfect balance for you as long as you are doing the things that you're supposed to do. I find that if I am not, and I always use myself as a reference point. I find that if I'm not doing readings or doing spiritual sorts of things and meditations, that I feel out of balance and yucky. So make sure that you are doing the things that serve your soul before anything else, and everything else will come for it. Okay? Craig says, "Am I going to be okay? You're going through a divorce. I'm so sorry to hear that, man." I just mentioned I have been through one of those. Pretty tough stuff. And they can be pretty nerve-wracking. So let's see what we got for you, buddy. All pentacles, so that's good. A lot of bountifulness. So, sometimes when we let go of something, we think of going into the negative. But when we remove a negative, we have to fill that negative with something. The void has to be filled. So we should fill it with positive, right? So down the line, you're going to be just fine. Things in the future are going to work out just fine for you, okay? So keep that in mind. It's very important. In the future, if you haven't already, and I suspect that there might be somebody circling you, there's going to be somebody that you're interested in as a love interest that is going to help bring the balance to you that you're looking for, okay? And speaking of balance, here we go. Whatever issues that you have right now that are weighing out and causing the turbulence in your life, it's going to quell. It's going to be okay. You're going to come out of this on top. I know it's tumultuous as we go, but trust me, as somebody who has been through this, it will get better in time. So yes, you're going to be just fine, okay? Hi, everybody. My name is Scott. I am a medium and a psychic. I'm hanging out with you today. We are doing some tarot card readings for my subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber and you'd like to be a subscriber and come here and hang out with us and comment, and possibly have a tarot card reading tonight, please do me a favor. Just hit the comment button, find the star, click it, and become a subscriber. It's super duper easy. Being a subscriber gets you the gold tag that turns different colors the longer you've been here. And I will answer this question right here. How will my surgery go? I need to shuffle these a little better. I don't want to be the shuffle guy, the shuffle lady, or the shuffle guy. I don't like when I watch people do tarot card readings and all they're doing is incessantly shuffling. It drives me nuts. So anyway, if you become a subscriber, not only do you get to be a part of the subscriber-only chats for special readings, but you also get a little tag that lets me know that you're one of the crew, and you also get special emojis. So if my SGC that are already with us can pop out some of my favorite emojis, I'd love to see my Drunken Spirit and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. They are two of my favorite. I put them in there custom because I like seeing them when I'm doing readings. They make me smile. And also the little dog that's looking over its shoulder like, what are you looking at? That's another favorite. So TJ says, will my surgery go well? Man, no matter how much I shuffle these, they always do this, so let's talk. Your surgery is going to go just fine. You're going to have folks around you who are going to help heal you up when you're done. So if you're worried about after the recovery, everything's going to go just fine. Whatever is going on in your life otherwise, because I was compelled to pull a couple more cards if you had noticed. So the other things that are going on in your life are going to mend as well, and you are going to start feeling better. So I think that there's been a lot of stress in your life due to whatever medical issues you're having. Once you are physically healed up, mentally you're going to start feeling better. And then things between you and the people in your life, especially your love interest, who's ever on the other side of that, you two are going to start feeling better as well. So it's interesting what happens when one part of the triangle is not doing well. So I call the triangle mind, body, spirit. So if one of them is broken or out of whack, the other things go off and it throws everything out, right? So if your mind, body, and spirit aren't working together, then it tends to affect relationships, your personality, how you're feeling, everything. It can go all out of whack. So keep in mind that once the surgery is done, which is going to go well, the rest of your life is going to feel much better. Get back on track, okay? I hope that helps you. There are all my... Oh, and I had tarot cards in there. I forgot about that. So, is everybody liking the readings? Having a good time? Oh, thank you so much for the little bat dog. I appreciate you. Remember that anything that's sent as a gift is sent, put into a pile, and we are going to be donating that to a coworker who moved into a house recently. He needs to make several adjustments to his home for his 2 special needs children, and we're going to help him do that by donating any of the gifts that are donated live. So thank you so much to everybody who donates. I appreciate you. Having a great time. Great. I love it. Oh, thanks for the cowboy hat, partner. I love doing that. That is my favorite thing in the world. That cowboy hat. TC Farr, what's up? She says, clarity. Clarity, huh? Oh, thanks for the heart. I appreciate you. You all make this so much fun. I got to tell you. Oh, thanks for the cowboy hat, partner. I'll always say that. If you need to just hear me say that, that's all you got to do. All right, so clarity. I can see why you need some clarity. First, I'm going to tell you this, TC Farr. You need... Oh, thanks for the cowboy hat, partner. You need to go on an adventure, TC Farr. I don't know what... I feel like if I do anything besides say thank you for that one, I'm going to get in trouble. At least the cowboy hat, I can pull that one off. TC Farr. Thanks for the cowboy hat, partner. All right, let me do this reading. Stop giving me hats. 8 of Cups. You need to go on an adventure. Sometimes we need to get outside of our comfort zone in order to be able to find the clarity that we're looking for. It feels like you've been stuck, binded, not been able to do the things that you want to do, and that's because you're not leaving the circle that's holding you. Now, this doesn't need to be a fancy, expensive vacation. Sometimes we just need to go on a walk, away from the house, away from the crap, away from our family if we can, and kind of commune with the other side, talk to nature, talk to ourselves. I like to do a lot of meditation just by kind of disconnecting while I'm outside cleaning the car or doing a little yard work. This is the kind of adventure that you might need. Sometimes an adventure is just that. If you can find a place to go hiking, go to the beach, go to a mountain, go wherever it is that you live that could bring you out of your comfort zone to help you get away from everything. And this is where the magician comes in. This is the best part of the card. Once you do that, you'll be infused with the clarity that you're looking for. So the magician is always bringing magic into our lives. So you're looking for it, and the magic is there. It's why you're asking. You're not unclear. And saying like things are foggy. You're saying I feel like there's more and I don't see it yet. And it's because you have to get out of your comfort zone. So maybe it's a spiritual journey that you have to go on away from normal thinking. And that's why you're here talking with me. Because I'm the kind of person who says it's okay to live a very normal life, but also believe in the fantastic and the amazing, because there's a world out there that we still don't understand. And I think that's where I excel above other folks, is because I am very grounded. I always talk about I have a regular career right in law enforcement. I have my former job as a Marine. I have 3 children and a family. I live very much in this world, but I understand there's so much more out there. And I would have never known that if I didn't go on an adventure and explore outside of the things that I thought already. So I hope that helps you. Thanks, everybody, for putting all the amazing things out. All the amazing emojis. I appreciate it. It's Just Andy. What's up, It's Just Andy? Am I on the right career path? Some fresh cards. So we have the Hermit. So if somebody's been talking to you about possibly going to a new place, a new job or a new career, it's okay to explore that. However, I'm going to tell you that the place where you are right now is probably the place for you. It's very comfortable, and it's where you should be. But inside of that career path, this is something people don't always think about. You don't have to. So, like, if I wanted to do my job, my other job, I don't always have to do what I'm doing. I could explore other areas outside of that in my career and do those things. And if I wanted to do them, just like I want to do this so much, I can manifest those things, and so can you. So this is our wish cup. So if there's something in a career that you really want, now's your time to manifest it. Our shopkeeper here, I call this his shelf of wishes, and he has a little peacock feather here for psychic insight. Oh, thanks for the fruit hat. So if you are looking to further your career or get a different path in a career, now's the time to do it. And listen to the advice of the people who are around you, even when it's coming from a strange place. You definitely will benefit from their advice, okay? I hope that helps you. Mystic2575, you have an orange tag, and you say, what do my cards say? Oh my gosh. You ready? All right, here we go. Mystic, I like your name because this is gonna hit home for you. Number 1. Mystic, I need you to start wearing some red in your life. You know how people wear those red wristbands? Or like the little string and it's red? Here it is. It's for grounding. And I want you to think about this. Instead of tackling all of your problems at once, decide which ones are the easiest problems to get rid of. So for me, the easiest things for me to do would be to clean up the clutter around my desk. This would make me feel more organized. I'd do more video work. I'd feel more comfortable sitting down here. And as I got more production done, my life automatically would start to get better. And that's this. So I would like for you to think about something like that in your life. Okay? Then, once you're done doing that, you're going to be ready to start on your next project without feeling completely worn down and tired. All right? And since you're a mystic, here she is, the Empress. Somebody who is very much in charge. And look at the theme, red. So, I'm getting told to tell you to stop worrying about everything. And that's the first message that's come from the other side, and not just from me reading through intuition and the cards. I get told very clearly to tell you, stop worrying about everything. Get moving. Okay? Also, Mystic, do you have, and you don't have to answer this, is a public forum, but Mystic, do you have some sort of health issue that you're dealing with? That, like, you're worried about? Hi there. Nice to see everybody. I see all your questions. I'm doing my best to get to them. I will be back here again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't get a reading tonight, come and hang out with me tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'm going to be here on Sunday and Monday as well, as promised. Okay? Migraine right now, yeah. So somebody was talking to me about like some kind of health issue. So a migraine isn't a super huge health issue. However, it is brought on by stress and also when we're not keeping our crown chakra open. And if you'd like to learn about that, I would love to talk to you about it. Karen Williams says, can I get a general read? Sure. You have a very orange tag and I'd like to help you. So, Karen, let me get this. So I want to get this one right. I want to get them all right. But I feel like there's a lot, like, sometimes when I do these readings, I feel like bleh, all this stuff is going to come out. So I want to make sure that I get it all in the right order and it's correct. There's a lot of stress in your life that is going to be relieved very shortly. There is somebody that is going to come to you with good news. The second part of this is I'm supposed to tell you that I think that you have been having some really vivid dreams or memories of somebody very clearly during the daytime, and they're trying to get your attention, and you are not quite tuning into them or picking up on the signal. So I just want to let you know that there is at least 2 people that have been trying to talk to you from the other side, and they're like, tell her things are going to get better, things are going to lighten up. She needs to know that the relief is coming in her life. It's very important. So I don't know what that, if it's financial relief, spiritual relief, physical, whatever it might be, but there is a relief coming to you. And it's important that I say that. And these 2 people are standing with you and they're very clear to say this to you, okay? And the woman is wearing a very interesting piece of clothing. She has like a cape on, but like, you know, like a lady cape, not like a Batman cape, like one of those like shawls, I guess. But it looks like a cape to me, I guess. And she's with a gentleman. And they feel very connected to you. Might be grandma or grandpa or somebody like that. But they're like, let her know that the relief is coming. And it's so important I say that to you, okay? And they are your guardians very much, okay? I hope that helps you, Karen. So for the folks who are thanks for the butterflies. For the folks who are asking about their family members being at peace, yes, they're all very much at peace. Even if they've passed from a way that is unconventional or sudden or a way that you wouldn't expect, they're on the other side and they're at peace. The spirits who remain at unrest are the ones who are afraid to cross over because they have done some things that they are worried about being judged for, but they're okay. Your loved ones are all okay. They cross over, they go to heaven, they go to the good place, whatever you want to call it, the next dimension, where all is good. And you're accepted by love and happiness and peace, okay? I am Steph Savage says, is the end of my hardship coming? Okay, and I see you said something about court. So, as somebody who deals with the courts and somebody who's dealt with family court, due to my oldest child, I understand that could be a lot. So I'm going to tell you that this is a double-sided one, and I don't want you to be upset with me, but it is what it is. Very soon, your current situation will be done. And it's going to feel like peaceful and good for a little while, but it feels like there's somebody that doesn't want to let go of the issues that you're dealing with in the court, and they are going to be coming back again with more issues. Now, I don't know if it's going to go back to court, but they are not letting go of their fight. So you are going to be done fairly soon. I hear like in the next 6 months or so, it's going to be over. Things are going to be peaceful. You're going to feel good, but there's still going to be somebody. Thank you for the lights. There's definitely going to be somebody who is still attempting to disrupt, and that's very unfortunate. Unfortunately, in our lives, there are people who are there and they're disruptors, and the best thing that we could do, just like we do here in real life, or not real life, but maybe on the internet, is don't feed the trolls. Don't feed into it. Don't give them the power. You're in control, okay? LO, yes, it does linger. Yep, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. It's terrible, and I've dealt with that for many years. Hey, everybody, my name is Scott. I'm a medium and a psychic. I'm hanging out with you. We're having a really great time, I think, doing tarot card readings. If you're enjoying this, please do me a favor. Give it lots of likes and hearts and shares. Keep in mind that tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be right here doing this again. Mediumship readings and also tarot card readings and whatever else might come through. Okay? And then we'll be back to it again on Sunday and Monday. Subscribers only, just as promised. All right? And Sunday, I have already decided that I'm going to bring some of you on to like do some one-on-one live readings. So I'm not sure what time that's going to be yet. I have to discuss it with my wife first to see what time's going to be good. But Sunday night, we're going to, me and you, I'm going to hit the little button that says, bring on a guest, bring on a co-host, and you and I are going to sit and chat, and we'll do a couple of those. You can ask me any kinds of questions you have. If mediumship is on the table, then I will let the spirits come through and we'll talk. But that's only for my subscribers. You have to be a subscriber to be a part of that. So just keep that in mind, okay? And it could be a lot of fun. So make sure that if you're going to be here on Sunday and you say, bring me on the screen, that you're like decent, to say the least. I've seen some pretty interesting things here on TikTok. People like laying on their couch with like all kinds of just craziness happening around them. Just, you know, so that way we have it nice for everybody to look at. That's all I ask. Diesel Doll says she's struggling. I'm sorry to hear that. So, Diesel Doll, I want to say this to you. You need to stop looking for physical fulfillment of the things around you, the physical, and start looking. Thanks for the horns. Start looking for your spiritual fulfillment. You're out of balance because you're looking in the wrong spots for the happiness. Your struggles are very real, and I validate them 100% for you. But look past the physical stuff that's around you and look for, and I don't want to use the word religion, but I'll say faith, religion, spiritualness, faith that there is more than the current struggle that's in front of you, and believe in something beyond yourself. And I know that seems sort of like cliche, but speaking as somebody who does this very often and oftentimes sees the worst for people and sometimes is in the worst situations, it's the thing that pulls me out and gives me the ability to put a smile on my face and come home and be happy. Even though I've seen some pretty terrible things in life, I know that there's better stuff out there because I look to the spiritual side of things, and I know that all the answers aren't presented for us here, but just knowing that there is more and there's good stuff on the other side, good vibes, whatever you want to call it, it helps deal with that. And once you do that, you're going to find yourself back in harmony with yourself, and your struggles will still be there. However, you won't feel so alone in handling them. I hope that helps you. And that goes for everybody. That's a very good reading for anybody that's having a tough time or struggling with the way things are going in their life. Okay? Sometimes I need to hear those things too. Like, I say these things and they come out of my mouth and I say them. What was that movie with Mart? Thank you for the heart. What was that movie with Martin Short and Steve Zahn? And he's like, do you believe the shit that is coming out of your mouth? And he's like, I don't know. I have to say it first. Sometimes I feel like that too. Like, I have to hear it, and it's almost like somebody else is speaking through me. So, hey, New York hippie, how are you? You're new here. Welcome. Are you a new subscriber? Welcome to the group. Thank you so much. Sup, Ghost? I wish I could make it play a sound every time. Like, I'm gonna suggest that. To TikTok. I wanted to play a sound every time we get a subscriber, so we can like say congratulations, thank you. And I do mean that. So some cards for you. So how about this? I feel like I'm hearing to tell you this, that your aim has always been very true. Your intuition is excellent. The thing that gets you in trouble is trying to take care of everybody around you. And especially, and don't take this the wrong way, especially men. Like, it feels like you feel like, and this is in no way form or shape me saying anything out of line, I don't think. But it feels like you're always trying to take care of the gentleman around you. Whether it's your dad, husband, son, whatever those relationships are. You are always on the path to do the right thing. And you're always attempting to take care of these people around you. And it leads to a lot of hardship in your life. There's nothing wrong with taking care of the people around you, but also make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay? That was for New York Hippie. What's up, new sub? How are you? Nice to see you there. I promise, keep hanging out with me. Mama Gina, how are you? My original subscriber. Nice to see you there. I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, Sunshine Lamb, I'm so sorry. We're almost done. 1 hour, 1 hour. I didn't forget you. Ooh, back from wine tasting. I hope that was fun. Marlena for Synth, do you have a question for me? You have a super orange tag. I'll answer you. But I will be back tomorrow. I promise you, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., mediumship readings, tarot card readings for my subscribers. Let me see where my buddy went. Tomorrow I will send out a message if you signed up. It's supghostcrew@gmail.com, or I can't, maybe somebody, I can't, you don't, it's tough here to say. Marlena says, My love life. You said you would get to. Okay, let's do it. I will say a phone number here. I'll give you a second to write it down or type it somewhere, okay? But don't put it anywhere in the comments because I got a strike against me on TikTok for putting a phone number up there. I didn't know I couldn't do that. But I'll tell it to you. They didn't seem to mind if I said it live. This is a text message only so that you can get notified when I'm going live or I have readings available or anything. No spam, no crap like that. I keep your number to myself, but it's just for you. So the number is going to be 737 8292. And if you text that number, say ghosted, and I will know that you want me to text you to let you know when I'm going live. Okay? And if you missed it, you can catch us on YouTube tomorrow night. It'll be posted, TikTok episode 22. 737 8292. Now let's get to my friend Marlena's love life. She's desperate. She says, Scott, I need to know. I need to know about my love life. I got some news for you, my friend. So you said that the reading I did for you a couple months ago was good. It was accurate. The things that I talked about happened. So here's something to tell you. Whenever you get into a relationship, I'm looking at these cards I pulled. I'm not going to show they're kind of scary looking. They're scary. The Page of Swords tells me that whenever you are in a relationship and it's in its infancy, in the beginning, it's good. Like you're cutting through, everything's really good. You're enjoying the relationship, but then things start to happen and you have to start making decisions. And indecision seems to be what hangs you up. The indecision of if you were going to be serious, if you're going to make a commitment, and then what happened, I'm going to show you the cards. Screw it, I'll show you the cards. So the relationship starts off, it's pretty good, we're moving through it. You're getting to the meat and potatoes, so maybe you go a little bit fast into the relationship. That's fine. Some of us do this. We're really good at knowing what we like. But then we get to the point where somebody's like, are we doing like a serious relationship now? And then you're like, oh, I'm stuck. I don't know if I want to make this like a real thing. And then you leave them kind of stranded and feeling sad, but you also feel the same way. So there might be a bit of a commitment issue there for you that you need to look at. That's neither good nor bad. Many of us have that. But I'm going to tell you that as soon as you open up your heart, the right person is going to be right there waiting for you. So as soon as you let go of the commitment problems that you have, and this is something important that I would say to everybody, is that the next person isn't the last person, which means that the next person that you date or the next person that you let into your life or your heart, they're not the last person that you did that with and the person who didn't work out with. Give everybody a fresh new chance. Make a judgment with them. Move forward at your own pace, of course. But then when things start to get serious for you, you have to be ready to take that plunge, okay? And once you do, your person will be there. It's 2022, so I don't assign gender to man or woman. I just say your person will be there. So I hope that helps you out, okay? Amy says, do I have abilities? Hello, Amy. So I'm going to give everybody this one, a blanket one. Everybody... what do dark orange tags mean? Thumb says. Dark orange tags are people who have been here for a long time. So Mama Gina is one of my original subscribers. She's going on 3 months now. And the longer that you're here, maybe 4 months, the longer you're here, the darker the tag gets. And it lets me know that you're like a senior member of the crew. It's pretty neat. You're welcome. Oh, I lost it. Who asked me about their gifts, if they have gifts? I was going to say that everybody has Angie is the one who asked me if she had gifts. Okay, so everybody has gifts to a point, right? We all have the ability, we all have intuition, we all have gifts. What I will say about you, Ange, is that you're worried about being judged by others if you open up about the things that you already know that you can do. And you're worried that your family and friends are going to judge you for that. Maybe you already kind of talk to them a little bit about it and they kind of shut you down. They don't want to hear about it. But what I would say to you is that that's like the precipice. That's the point that you have to break through. I had the same issue. I was really worried about what people were going to think about when I'm like, hey, I talk to dead people. I also like reading tarot cards and talking about planetary alignment, which I don't know too much about. I'm going to learn more about. But anyway, I'd say all these things, and I was really worried that like people were going to be like, you're crazy, you're nuts, I don't want to hear about it. All the things that you hear. But once I got past that, everybody got really interested. As soon as I had the confidence to speak about it like I do now, it switched. And they were like, oh, tell me more. Because now you went from being worried about it to being like kind of an authority on it. So once you get past worrying about what other people think and that it's going to leave you alone in the cold, you will be ready to learn. And that's the lineup. So I hope that helps you. Everybody has gifts. It's just how you apply them. Lynn says, I'm not really good at anything. That's not true. Everybody's good at something. So if you want to expand your gift, you can go ahead and meditate. I use binaural beats. That's what is a type of music that you listen to with headphones, and it helps do something to your brain called hemisync. It puts you in a meditative state, and it makes everything real nice. If you need more information on that, I can make some videos about it. It's probably one of the things that I've briefly touched on before, but I could do more of. You're very welcome. So I'll tell you what, how about Monday? So Monday evening, let's say Monday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So put it in your calendar. We'll skip ahead to Monday. Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my subscribers. We will do, I'll call it gift opening. We will talk about your gifts. I'll look at make sure you have your photo on and not your dog, or like a generic one. I'll take a look at you and I will tell you if you have gifts and what they are. Like I'm already looking at, oh my gosh, you know what's so crazy? Hey, Chelsea. She's 28 and on her way to get a kidney transplant. I'd love a general reading. Okay. So it was crazy because I'm like looking down here talking about changing your things, and I started to feel like some stuff going on down in my stomach area, and I was like, why am I connecting to like that part of my body? And then I read your comment and I was like, holy cow. All right. What's interesting is I'm talking about all these gifts and stuff, and I look at your comment, and I want to tell you that your surgery is going to be just fine. And I think that when it's over, you are going to have a awakening of sorts in a very good way. So if you have felt yourself there, Chelsea, that you've had some gifts that are kind of latent or on the outside, after the surgery is done, they're going to amplify and become a lot stronger. It'll just be up to you to look for the right signs and to work on them when you get them, okay? So your surgery is going to be just fine. Let's throw some I'm going to throw some likes up there for you. My hearts are for you. I just hope that you that you have a speedy recovery. My cousin my cousin donated her kidney to her dad. So we have some kidney transplant folks in our family. So I'm absolutely aware of the amazingness of that. So who's ever doing that for you, say God bless them and thank you. And to you, God bless you. And I hope that everything does work out for you. And I think it will, okay? So everybody, I'm going to take a couple more minutes and talk to you. I want to say thank you. So Monday night, for your gifts, we'll call it gift opening, unwrapping your gift. That's what I'll call it, something cheesy like that, unwrapping your gift. Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will do unwrapping your gift. Come here, make sure you have your avatar so I can see your pretty faces, and I will look at it and I'll meditate on it, and we'll see if we can see what kind of gifts you might have. But tomorrow morning, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for subscribers only, we're going to do mediumship readings and some more tarot card readings. We'll do a little bit of everything. Then Sunday, at a time that I will determine by tomorrow sometime, we will do one-on-one. So if you're a subscriber and you want to come live, so Mama Gina, how about you make sure that you're ready on Sunday and I'll bring you on. You're the original subscriber, so Sunday, if you're willing and you're available on the time, I'll bring you on the screen with me and we'll have a conversation and we will do a reading together on Sunday. Right here, if that's okay with you. All right? And then we will do that. So basically what I will be very transparent for everybody here because you're all amazing and everything. Awesome. Perfect. So I'll let you know tomorrow what time we'll be doing that, and you'll be my first guest, and we'll have a nice chat and do a reading. So basically what's happening is, since so many of you amazing people have subscribed to my channel, TikTok is doing a program that I only know a little bit about right now, and they're making me sign a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't talk about it anyway. But what I can tell you is that since you have all done so amazing in subscribing to me and shown so much support here during my lives, that TikTok has taken notice of that, and they are going to help me be better at doing this so I can reach more of you and build this community bigger. So that's like a huge thanks to all of you. And I'm going to keep coming live. I'm going to come live a lot more during the week. This seems to be where everything is going to be going. My regular TikTok videos will still get made, but they don't do as well. When I sit here live with all of you, we crush it. We push it out of the park, and it's amazing. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you. And the more of this that we do, the better it's going to get and the bigger. And I have other stuff, and I don't want to jinx anything. I have other stuff happening in the background that I'm not talking about because I don't want to jinx anything. So there's other stuff happening, and it's all because of you amazing folks who subscribe, you show up, you like, you share, all the good stuff. So thank you so much. And again, all of your live gifts. We are up probably a little bit over $500 in donations in the last 2 months. And like I said, as soon as my coworker is ready to make the improvements to his house for his 2 special needs children, we're going to take that money. We're going to put it in the bank account for him and hand it over to him to help with all of the things that he's going to need to do for making his house a little bit more comfortable and accessible for his children. So that is thanks to all of you folks, subscribers, and just the casual viewers that throw a rose or throw a galaxy or a hat. All those things add up, and we're going to do something really great with that in the future. So thank you so much for doing that, and this is all because of you guys. I'm just sitting here talking and having fun, and I promise that we're going to do something paranormal for my subscribers as well, something spooky very soon. I'm just working on a couple details, and I'll have some more information for you, okay? Nurse 2117, Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, be right here, and we will talk about gifts, okay? Thank you so much to everybody who subscribed while we're sitting here. I promise tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., morning time, 11 a.m., Eastern Standard Time, New Jersey time, be here, and we're going to do mediumship and tarot card readings. Until then, have a great night. It was nice chatting with you, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. You subscribers are the best. Have a great night.